And there's too many options to select to start making a video. Oh, I guess they didn't fix the light. I didn't even notice it. Here, let me adjust this a little bit here. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. But yeah, I've been pretty much stuck doing house chores and cleaning and getting stuff in totes, and gonna take those to the storage shed tomorrow. I have a storage unit in town that I've had for, oh wow, it's been a long time. Kind of sucks because where I live, we don't have a storage area. There is a garage, but that's being used by the next door neighbor, and he has a storage unit right in front of his house. So he's the only one, but I've been using it for years. I don't know why we have a bunch of stuff in there, to be honest. I know a lot of it's memories, a lot of it's dang, it's not a lot of light. Stuff that you want to hold on to, but thing is we have no place to put it, so like you don't even remember that you have it. Well, I mean, you probably do, but just a lot of clutter stuff. I actually don't even own much stuff, to be honest, myself. Heck, even growing up, I remember when I first left home, I had a big old huge army duffel bag, and I left to Job Corps, which is a place that helps you try to get some core skills in many different avenues, but it wasn't that great of a place. Like, all they did was smoke weed there. All they did was get into fights, get in trouble, stuff like that. So it was more of a juvenile delinquent thing. And I only stayed there, I think, like 2 months, and then I moved everything I had, which wasn't much. I moved everything I had to California, and moved in with my oldest sister, and then tragedy struck. My little nephew passed away of SIDS, and I had to go move in with my other sister that I never met. I had 4 sisters that were pretty much taken away from my parents when I was younger, and I wasn't born yet, of course. So it's pretty eye-opening, I guess you want to say, meeting family you have never met. You know what I mean? I think I've seen pictures of my sisters, but not really updated things. So I didn't know who they were and everything else. I never called. I mean, my oldest sister is the only one that, well, my second oldest sister I met quite a bit throughout the years, but my oldest sister is the only one I really knew more than all the other ones. But yeah, it's been great. This year seems like it's going by really fast, and I know it's almost over already, but I think I've accomplished more than I thought I would have. I don't really doubt my capabilities and the things that I can do. I doubt the outcome, because I'm not expecting a whole lot. I know it would work, but I'm not expecting a whole lot. So that's why me doing what I'm doing going slow, taking my time, doing a lot of research, failing, not doing anything. I mean, all of it, all the things that I've done, it's an accomplishment because I'm still doing something, even if I'm doing nothing. Because for me, I think a lot of it is thought. It's before and after the things that you do in life, whatever it is. You know, you think about it. You know, you think about if you did the right thing all the time, even if you do the right thing. And I don't think about like what I'm going to get, you know, for doing the right thing. I just know it's the right thing to do. And when I do it, it's just, I feel great that I did it. I move on. I mean, I don't forget it, but you know, I move on and wait for the next thing to come up. You know, like for me, it's all about the time that's passing. It's all about the it's all about putting everything in perspective, and it's easy for me because I keep things simple. My mental outlook sees everything, but still keeps a straight line. And it's hard to do for a lot of people because for some people, everything means so much. Like it means more than life itself when something happens. So like being overly, I don't know the word, what is it? Emotional? Yeah, that's it. Overly emotional, that tends to sometimes be good and bad. Because, you know, when things that happen that's bad, you know, and you're overly emotional about it, it makes it worse. And then, you know, you create, I honestly think when you do it, you create a negative spot in your life, and you tend to remember those negative things instead of taking things for what they are and then moving on and hopefully taking any positives out of that negative. And it's hard to do for some, I guess, but I have no choice. It's real life. Like, I have to choose, right? I have to make decisions. I have to think before I act, and I also have to act before I think, depending on the situation. But overall, I look at it as this is real. Like, this is real. Like, I only get one chance to make, you know, a good impression or the right thing to do, or it's always one time. Like, someone asks you for something and you don't do it, and that's cool. I mean, it might not be a big thing, but it might be a big thing to them. And then later on, it's just like it compounds itself, and people see these things, and then people worry more about the negative than they do the positive. So, you know, for me, just being positive and trying to do the right thing works out better for me. Although, yes, I'm not rich, and yes, I'm not anything on the, you know, famous scale or anything like that. It has nothing to do with anything like that. And I know it's going to sound weird, and people probably will never believe me, but I'll always be this way, because I love the process for myself. I love growing up. I love learning. I love knowing things. I love failing. I love the joy I get when I see my own kids be men and be better people and do great things just because they know it's right. So it gets me kind of emotional because my kids, they're great people. But I gotta go, guys. Talk to you later. Peace out.